Yes, this is a channel where 5 football fans see if it's possible to predict the outcome of every game in the Premier League season. Welcome to Predict the Score. Right, this week, here we are again. We're back with matchday 16 predictions and look back how we did with matchday 14 and 15 because there was a couple of matches still to go on. Right, before we start that, let's have the answer to last week's Statto question, which was, who claimed the assist for Sergio Aguero's famous title-winning goal? What made it so special? Anybody want to have a crack at that?
It was.
We did have a few comments and people did.
Yeah, I think it's Balotelli. I think it's when he goes, Aguero!
No, it is Balotelli, and it was his one and only Premier League assist. His only assist he ever had in the Premier League.
There we go.
I like that one. Right, this week's Statto question, a bit long-winded this one, bear with me. From 449 goals scored so far in the Premier League, only 5 have come from free kicks. 3 of those have been scored by London teams, Chelsea, Tottenham and West Ham, all 1 each. Can you name either of the 2 other non-London teams that have scored from free kicks so far? Yeah, that's a good one.
Wow.
If you know your teams, you'll know if your team's scored, won't you? Right, okay, right, before we go on to our prediction, I just want to have a quick shout out to our latest subscriber. This is Peter from Nairobi. Thank you very much for the love from Kenya, that's fantastic. Share us with your friends over there, it's really appreciate it, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Peter. Right, let's have a look at matchday 16, that's Saturday, Sunday and Monday again this week. Right, Phil, over to you first.
Yes,
You've got Villa versus Forest. So, in 6 out of 7 their last matches, Forest have either scored 3 or conceded 3. Villa seem to be stumbling back into some sort of form.
This is. If you said this 6 months ago or a year ago, you would have said Villa. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, you would have.
But I'll tell you what, Forest, after that incredible win against the not so much. Yes,
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Yeah, this makes it tricky. I think being at Villa Park, sorry, Dave.
It's not Villa Park, it's
because he got it wrong, didn't he?
Have I put Villa Forest?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get that right.
Mistake. Thank you.
Mate.
That's it, that's going in the outtakes.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I'm sorry. We're going to go for Forest 2, Villa 3. I'm sorry, Dave.
Oh, okay. Well, another 3 goals to be
we are
conceded.
better away than we are at home this season.
Did you take my advice there that Forest have conceded 3 in all their games? So you go for another 3 there. Right, next one you've got up. This is a good one. You've got Chelsea, Brentford. And these are the 2 highest scoring teams in the Premier League so far. Chelsea with 35 goals and Brentford with 31.
But Brentford only at home though, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are struggling
So
away.
lots of
Like you
goals.
said, didn't
Only
you?
got a point away.
I mean, Chelsea, I think, after all what was said, and a lot was said, you know, they were getting their Nicky taken out of them, buying too many players, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think they've actually got it right.
Well,
this
since
season,
they nicked your manager,
they're going under the radar this year.
They're getting it right.
Yeah.
They've got another starting 11 for the Conference League.
Yeah, because Cole Palmer's not travelling to Europe.
And I think...
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, if you're allowed to spend £1 billion, you should be up there near the top.
Well,
I'm sorry to say.
And I think they will be. To years
I think they are top contenders this year.
I agree.
Purely
Totally agree.
for the fact that they spent £1 billion, and that's what it is. It's the £1 billion. Like other clubs are not allowed to spend that sort of money, but Chelsea are, which I just don't understand why. But there you go.
I've gone for your prediction. What are you going to say?
He's going to look now and change it.
Well, I weren't going to go for that.
You know, you've spread it from there.
No, I did.
You've got eagle eyes.
I have 20/20 vision.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, it's at Chelsea. You got that correct, didn't you, Wayne?
Yes. This week I did.
Right.
I did this week.
Chelsea 3. Brentford 1.
Okay.
Only because they struggle away.
They do.
Fair enough.
They score a lot of goals at home, but away from home.
Yeah.
It's just different men.
Right. Okay. Thanks for that, Phil. Let's go on to Statto. Big man. Couldn't be here today. Right. He's got Liverpool versus Fulham. Nice and simple. He's gone. It's a tricky match for Liverpool as Fulham do pose a threat. He's got Super Salah to the rescue again. He's got Liverpool 2, Fulham 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Second game. Wolverhampton versus Ipswich. I can't read out what he said there about Ipswich.
No.
I can't read that out. I'm sorry, big man. I can't read that out.
He loves Ipswich Town.
He's
got
got.
He loves Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
He's got. I'm not a fan of Ipswich. It's not the best place to live, he says. and it's a home of somebody that Ed Sheeran. Okay, just leave it there. He says, I hope they get relegated. Up the Wolves. He's gone Wolves 2, Ipswich 1.
Ooh.
That's Gary O'Neill playing for his managing for his job there, isn't he?
He's got to win.
He's got to win. He's been told that's the game
Yeah,
that decided.
yeah.
The West Ham game didn't decide his fate. It decided Lopetegui's fate. They didn't. He stayed. So he
The
kept
players
his
are
job.
arguing for Wolves, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Not
Right
good,
then.
Not good.
Mr. Lover.
Yeah.
Over to you. You've got Newcastle versus Leicester.
Yeah.
Now, can Rude keep the unbeaten run going?
No.
Not
No,
against-
I agree.
Look, he's had a fantastic start, but I think Newcastle have too much for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
at
for
home
me,
as well.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go 2-1 on this,
Yeah.
and I'm being sort of like, I could have gone more.
I nearly wrote
Goals.
4 down there.
Yeah,
I was going to write
I
4.
could have gone more goals, but I've just got a little bit safer.
Okay,
so, yeah,
Right,
so
okay.
2-1.
Fair enough.
We do concede
And
goals
then,
very
you've,
easily.
and then, right, you've got Arsenal versus Everton. Right, Everton have conceded the same number of goals as Man City, but they just can't score. They've scored 14 all season, and 4 of them were in the last game against Wolves.
Yeah.
They just can't score.
Yeah. At the Emirates, I'm going Arsenal 4,
Yeah,
Everton 0.
yeah. I think you're right there.
Fair
Can't
enough,
see,
yeah.
can't see anything other than a massive Arsenal
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Right, Dave. You've got Kino. He was in form the other night. He was in form.
Scored.
Scored.
Scored a goal.
I know, I went in goal and saved one as well.
Hacking
with a
people
bad
again.
hand. Yeah, no, he wasn't hacking.
Oh, he
people,
wasn't.
No, he
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
He wasn't chopping it down. He did score against me though.
I'm not that sort of player to know about.
He hasn't mentioned that. Right, okay, Dave. Bournemouth versus West Ham. Bournemouth on a little run of form,
Oh,
and West Ham played well to save their manager last week.
Yeah, they were gone. Bournemouth haven't beaten West Ham in the last 6 league meetings between these. There's been 3 draws and 3 losses. But this is a different season for Bournemouth,
Yeah.
doing well, and West Ham struggling. Tough one to call, so I'm going to go Bournemouth 2, West Ham 2.
Oh, he's gone with a Desmond.
I can't believe that.
Thrown a Desmond in early.
Goals, those goals.
Goals in the
There's
goal.
weird results in the Premier League.
I'm liking Bournemouth at the minute.
Yeah, so am I,
One
but
bloke. I just
But-
want to say, yeah, I was going to speaking to you, wasn't I?
Yeah.
When they beat Tottenham,
Mm.
that young 19-year-old lad,
Yeah.
Howson,
Yeah.
he
and
is some
like
player.
you just said, with West Ham fighting, his manager fighting, so you know there could be a weird result.
He reminds
coming.
me of a young Statto.
He does.
Back in the day.
Yes.
That's what he
Centre
does.
half.
Yeah.
No nonsense centre half.
Yeah.
Ross wasn't he?
He
Big man.
was.
Get in. Have it. Right then. Now, Dave, you have got a little game. It's only a little game. Man City versus Man United. Game of the week. Oh, I mean, this is a good time to play City.
It is.
They got
yeah.
beaten again last night in the Champions League.
I know.
And to be honest, they got awful. They're absolutely shocking. I think.
Slipping down that Champions League table.
They are. They'll be lucky to qualify. They will be lucky to qualify.
Okay.
Take it away, Dave.
The last 7 games between these two in the league have City winning 5
Don't.
and Man United winning 2.
See, we can.
Every game has had 2 or more goals in them, so you know.
We've beaten them in the cup, by the way.
Yeah, but this
That's
is
the
Premier
cup.
League. We're Premier League, aren't we? That's what we talk about, anyway. I can't see Man United beating them at
Hey, come on.
No, I can't see it. So I'm going to go City 2, Man United 1.
Like say.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't think
Bit of an
City are
anticlimax
scoring
then.
goals for fun like they usually are. So.
We're all excited for that.
Yeah, I know,
result then.
yeah.
Right, okay, my games. I've got Brighton versus Palace. Brighton are another team, just can't seem to get a run of form going. They haven't had more than 2 wins on the trot so far, and they have seemed to have hit a slight dip in form. Palace just can't seem to score. Only Southampton has scored less goals than Palace. And this looks set to continue. I'm going Brighton 2, Palace 0.
Yeah.
No, don't know what's going on at Palace, they just can't score. Right, and then on to Southampton versus Spurs. I mean, Southampton have only failed to score at home in 2 matches so far. And who was that, Dave?
Forest.
It was Forest and Manchester United. So I would say they could get one. They get one against whatever Spurs team turns up.
Right, it depends, doesn't it?
Lucky dip, what Spurs team you're going to get. Really.
We're not going to win this week then.
No, they're not. They're not.
What? He picked them to beat
I
Chelsea.
picked them to beat Chelsea. You watch them bloody win this week. You watch them bloody
They'll
win.
have to
no.
win it.
Right, okay, I'm going Southampton 1, Spurs 3.
Oh,
I think-
they're
you
not gonna
watch
be
them.
Spurs.
You watch them beat.
Southampton upset
Yeah,
Spurs.
we're not going to have Spursy
He's not going
Spurs.
with Spursy. Right, and it's my bonus game this week. So I've chosen Arsenal versus Everton. The easy one, this. Arsenal scoring for fun. Expect a brace from Saka. I'm going Arsenal 4, Everton 0.
Same score.
Yeah.
4-0.
Oh, same
That's a
score.
bit,
See, 3 points. Right, okay, let's have a look at how we did with week 14 and
Robbed.
15 matches. You weren't.
Absolutely wrong.
We get 3 points for a correct score if we predict it, and we get a point for a correct result. If we predict it, all goes into our table. And at the end of the season, the winner gets a trophy, and the loser has to present this video in the shirt of their rival team. Okay, which nobody wants to do at this moment. Right, Phil, you got nothing for Palace versus City or Leicester versus Brighton, but you did get a correct result for your bonus game. Villa beating Southampton.
I was on to 5 points.
I know.
1 point to you.
What?
Statto, big man. Everton, Liverpool got postponed, but he did get a correct result for Villa beating Southampton again, so that's another point for him. Mr. Lover. Nothing for Fulham, Arsenal, but you did get a correct result for Spurs versus Chelsea, so that's 1 point to you. Dave, nothing for Brentford, Newcastle, but correct score for West Ham versus
Well
Wolves,
done,
so that's
Dave.
3 points to
Well
you. Me, I got nothing for Man United versus Forest.
Said that quietly.
But I did get a correct result for Ipswich versus Bournemouth, so that's 1 point to me. And we look at the table, put it on the screen. What can I say? I'm still there, you know. I'm
That's close.
but
now,
look
mate.
at how it's close.
4 from bottom to top.
I mean, that
4
bottom
points.
three,
It is
is all,
close.
that bottom three has all changed around. But like we said, it's early days and it could all change. Right, okay, that's it for this week then. We did touch on your Bournemouth player, Phil. What was his name?
Dean House.
Dean
That's you
House.
pronounce it right. Very good player.
Look
19.
out for him. Okay, well, we'll be back next week with the results from this weekend's games and the answer to the Statto quiz question. Right, this time of year, there's always charity games going on. Yeah. West Brom were playing at Stratford Town the other night.
They
weren't
were, yeah.
So get out there and support your home team, no matter what league they're in. Just go out there and support them. But whatever you do, enjoy your football.
Look, the Foxes.
Bobby,